Hey there, neighbor. We're checking out Asimov's Basilisk. This is a game I've not played before. We're going to give it a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. I've got the game page open here. This is a game inspired by Hollow Knight, Mega Man, Metal Slug, and a few other side-scrollers slash platformers slash shooters. Set in an alternate universe where humanity reached industrial age much earlier in the timeline. The player explores a colony ship launched more than a century prior to the present day, only recently found derelict and without a sign of life, far from its destination of another star system. Follow the investigation and exploration by the members of the Atlas expedition as they figure out what went wrong aboard the Atlas Magnificent. All right, we're gonna give this a shot. Let's get rid of that overlay. So what you're seeing here is just what happens when you first launch the game. This is windowed currently, so it might look slightly blurry in the capture, being upscaled to 1080p. I'm not sure if there's a full screen mode, but I'm not seeing anything past what you're seeing here. So let's go ahead. It says press E or click to proceed, press Z to skip cutscene. I do have my Xbox controller. I'm hoping that this is supported. I was ambushed by the bots and retreated. Hit my head real hard, but pretty sure this isn't the same place. So the text comes in a little slow. It's nice that you can click again to speed it up, of course, but it still seems kind of slow. Like I would imagine most people would read a little faster than that. Might be nice to have like a text speed that doesn't force everyone to use the thing that we can speed the text up with, if that makes sense. Sorry that didn't come out quite clearly, but Dr. Charlotte Plank, don't really know where you are now, but the command on the bot is to drag you to a safe location. I should have most of the systems I can check or access from the command bridge is offline. So it's a little annoying how the text kind of shifts a bit. It seems to be centered in this rectangle, vertically centered, which I would suggest turning that off so it doesn't shift up when the text wraps around here. Misassembled jumble of parts is a pretty good phrase to describe what I'm looking at, huh? Schematics are not wrong. Corridors and rooms are all connected in the wrong ways. More like a maze than a ship interior. I'm Julie, by the way. I don't know if that's supposed to be AI. Assault drones might be deployed en masse to remove all unauthorized intruders. I was attacked by the guard drones before you found me. This is IA again. Excuse me. Alright. Let's try the gamepad. Alright, so far nothing. That's a bad sign. The door in the room you're in has auto-locked itself. That can't be good. Control pin in here. I thought there's something of use in it. Alright, so that took a little while to get through. Alright, the gamepad actually is working, at least thus far. I can move left and right. There's a lot of inertia. Let's see, none of the other buttons so far are doing anything. Let's try the keyboard. E to interact. Is there a gamepad equivalent? Doesn't appear so, I'm assuming that the gamepad has not been entirely implemented, which is really unfortunate for a side scroller like this, but alright, we'll go ahead and put it aside here. Let's try the E key. Damn touchscreens from a couple years, but off to a great start. Most routines are corrupt beyond recognition. Hey Charlotte, I think you'll have to unlock the door on your end. That should mark the location of this panel on the schematics. Showing now unlocking the door. WSD to move, space jump, JIL to change gravity direction. Okay. Recover log, added to inventory, something about pressing B. So in this case, the text was a little bit faster, but it also didn't wait for me to do any input to proceed the next part. So it was like really easy to not get everything. I see. Oh my gosh, okay. Space is jump. What else did it say? It's interesting to use the I key. I kind of feel like I should be able to hit the K key also. Kind of feels more natural to me to rest my fingers on the K with this kind of way of gripping the keyboard here. I'm gonna try Alt-Enter. Alright, we got Alt-Enter to work. That's good. So, see, I already forgot what it mentioned for the buttons. Oh, seems to be. What did it say for? Whoa. Okay. I guess I died. That was really weird. I don't know what happened there. Also, when I pressed down here, it kind of went down twice to the terminate thing, which is a little weird. I'm not sure why. It's really weird. So if I hit the button really fast, or the key really fast, it doesn't go twice. But if I hold it just for a moment, like it'll skip to the next item, even though like I let off the key well before it actually goes to the next item. So that's pretty weird. Let's go ahead and load last checkpoint, I guess. What is the space bar? J, enter. Do I have to click? Oh, E. Whoa. Okay. Try restart. Okay, that seems to work. Press C to skip. Seems like it's kind of buggy here. I guess I have to go to this little panel here. I also can't skip this text, interestingly enough. That's quite odd. I have to actually sit through this. Space jump, JIL to change gravity. Inventory, B is inventory. This is a very odd choice. Alright, so what I would suggest is maybe... I mean, there's a lot of different buttons you could use. I don't know why you chose B, but you could even just use like JKL for changing the gravity and then use I for inventory. That would make sense, I think. Or you could use, you know, tab. Tab is good for inventory, I think. I'm not sure where we chose B here, but what do we have here? Plasma rifle. How do we involve shooting with these controls? There's a lot of buttons already being used. Gravity pack. Pocket watch. Now, can I do anything? I can go left and right. Get some logs. Those are a lot of logs. It doesn't go up and down every time you press the button for some reason. What if I hit E? Spacebar, enter, I don't know. Oh, so escape is like pause. I would like to be able to get out of the menu here with the escape key. That would be nice. Now what the hell happened before? What is... Alright, it looks like there's a laser down there. I don't really quite understand why it just starts out by throwing you into a laser that you can't really see coming. It's quite strange, and I'm assuming that this isn't going to work. For some reason, you have to just go to restart here. Press C again means I have to sit through this again. It's a bit unfortunate. Alright, so... Okay. I guess this was the intended way forward. Charlotte is fine. I can still walk around while this goes on, which is kind of nice. So now I'm not going to die quite yet. Guess I'm just going to walk like this. I think I can do this, and then I think I can do this. That's simple enough. Log recovered from this terminal. Okay, but it didn't show anything on screen, which is different from previous things. So does that mean I have to like actually go in and select this here with the E? This blank, test mail, regard atoms. Escape doesn't work. How do I get out of this? Oh my gosh. Is there a way to close this? Alright, I've pressed every button that I've used so far and nothing has worked except for the escape key, which does not bode well. I think I might have to just restart again. Alright, I pressed every button on the keyboard simultaneously. That didn't work, so let's go ahead and... This probably won't work. No. Alright, restart. Alright, press C, we gotta sit through this again. Oddly enough, this time I can't move around, which is a little strange because before it was like the text was still going, but I could still walk around, so I'm not sure why it's inconsistent in that way. Now I can move. But of course it doesn't open the door yet until... That was a little weird with the camera there for a moment. Okay, I held straight left right when I hit the end of that, and I just kept flying straight to the right. I don't know if there's just no air control. I haven't actually done any jumping yet, so that was strange. Let's sit through this again. So yeah, just in general, it'd be nice to not have to sit through so much. Of course, being able to like not be randomly soft locked by things would be nice. So what do we have here? Why is it? I don't know what happened before exactly. Kind of want to recreate it, but I don't want to like sit through all that again. So I was holding it to the right, and then like right when I hit here, I held to the left, and I just flew straight to the right. I'm not really sure why. We do have some air control. There's a lot of inertia, so I would suggest. I mean, it feels kind of low gravity, which I guess, you know, makes thematic sense. Generally, for action games, you want a lot less inertia than this in order to be able to maneuver and react quickly. So that would be worth considering. I haven't actually done any like action game stuff yet. Another thing is that it's quite jerky in terms of the frame rate here. I don't know if I'm actually dropping frames, but I believe, yeah, it is borderless windowed mode. I do prefer the exclusive full screen mode, so that might be nice to have that as an option. I'm sure we'd get much more stable frames. There's a weird little bump in the floor here. Oh, I can actually get stuck on that. That's funny. Okay, I'm missing what it's saying here, and it's giving me very important information. Apparently pressing U to shoot, I think it's a G was something. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so first of all, if you're going to give important information like that, I think you need to make sure that the player is actually going to read it and not miss what it says. So maybe, you know, require button prompts or something to make sure that the players read the text already, something to that effect. Another thing I'm noticing is that you don't turn around immediately. So you have to actually stop moving forward before you can turn around the other way, which means you can't change your facing direction quickly at all. It like takes actually a really long time. To actually turn around, which Seems to me like it would be very unfortunate for shooting and stuff. Oh, and you can't turn around when you're in the air. So apparently, if you're in the air, you're just stuck facing that direction for shooting. So that's interesting. Looks like I'm shooting now. The bullets are, I guess they're like completely blending into the background here, so I can't really see them properly. Oh, I guess I'm overheating. And then what G is... Okay, a little icon on the left is changing, so I think maybe it's like a different weapon or something. This is like full automatic. This is apparently a single shot, and then this is 3 shots, so I guess these are like fire modes. So yeah, the controls are a little wacky here. We've got WASD, we've got the E key, spacebar, like that's pretty standard, but then you have J, I, and L. And then for some reason we have the B key and the G key, which are smack dab in the middle of everything. Which is kind of a reach, and then like the U key for shooting. So there's a lot going on here with the buttons. It seems like it'd be quite hard to get a handle on all this stuff. This guy looks like he's throwing punches. Yeah, it feels very awkward, like holding my finger on the U key and like trying to use like the I, J, and L all simultaneously. Can I... There's that, some kind of opening. So I guess press the button we got on the elevator. Okay, I can't go down any further. Oh, I can. It's just like I keep hitting the S key, and it doesn't... Okay, so for some reason, like most of the time when I press up or down, it doesn't actually work, and then sometimes it does. I don't really understand. Okay, so I wasn't reading this text. I think it was trying to tell me something about which floor to go to. Apparently there's only 2 options, which might suggest... Oh, this might be the one I'm on. It might be nice to make that a little clearer. I thought it was just something I couldn't access yet or something. There's some UI elements. These might be... Well, I don't know what they are. On the left, I guess we have that heat showing up in the meter. I don't know what the top one is. Maybe that's my health. I guess it's a health bar. And then on the right, I don't know what the heck that rectangle is. Wait outside for the doors to close to access corridor. What's this? I have to press... Oh, okay. So now I can't move. If I go down to exit, I can't get down there. I still can't get down. Okay, exit. Oh, so I have to actually go to the panel and select exit for the elevator doors to open? It's a little weird. I mean, that's not how elevators actually work. They do, in fact, open the doors once you get to your destination. Okay. So very dark. I can see little hints of these enemies here. What is the button? Okay. At least I can see my lasers now a little bit more. I'm getting stuck on this little thing. So here the super floaty jump is kind of annoying. Like I just have to get over this tiny bump. I have to wait super long for my jump to come back down. I think there's a guy over here. I have no idea where... Oh, okay. So that just happened again. I was holding to the right and I just kept flying to the left. So there seems to be some kind of a bug that's not... Actually, I think I might have an idea what it is. It's not letting the air control kick in here. It's mildly annoying to have to use this gravity swapping thing to get up on this platform or whatever. Didn't happen that time. No, I don't know what's causing that. Alright, yeah, so I'd like to be able to change directions. properly here, so I can maneuver and shoot in the direction I need to. Is this a... I guess pressing the E key doesn't do anything here. Oh, so on the right we have something has changed in this rectangle thing. Oh. Oh, there's a dude. Holy crap. I just kept flying until I hit the wall. I was like holding to the right and everything. That was weird. Let's see. So I guess I can tell what the thing on the right is now. It's one of these one of these leveling meter doodads. What do you... I don't know what else you'd call it, but on like a level that you'd use in like building something. It's got the little bubble in the tube. Actually, what in the hell? Alright, so this is cool, but I don't know what the heck this is for. Press E to lock actuator, press Q to exit actuator control. Q. Why are we using the Q key? Has Q been used before? That's just, you just threw like a completely new button into the mix here, I guess. Interesting. So, right, so I really like this kind of thing where you have this kind of mechanical, interactable kind of doodad, but I have no idea what it's for, and it is very slow also to actually use it. Might want to just speed that up a bit. I don't know what this little dead end is. What am I supposed to get out of using this thing? I don't know. Oh, what is online? I don't know. I missed whatever was. Movable segments. What's that supposed to mean? Another actuator to open the tunnel. So there's some... Oh, the Q key brought me back here. Okay, so there's something to think about is the fact that if you're going to put really important information into these lines of text, not everyone's going to want to read all that. Maybe somebody just might miss stuff. It's a lot better if you can kind of incorporate whatever the player needs to do into something that the player can see outside of these lines of text that show up. So for instance, you might just show on screen just like a sentence that just describes your next objective or something briefly at the end of the conversation, something like that, or maybe even go so far as to put something like in your menu thing here that just shows your objectives, something like that, just in case the player is confused. I don't know where I'm going. So this is the elevator. Guess I'll go here because I wasn't here before. All right, quite a long elevator ride here. Not really getting anything out of, sitting here and watching this. I mean, not for this long. It's just nothing is happening. What? Oh, okay. I don't think that's supposed to happen, is it? Is the elevator broken or is the game broken? Oh no. Pressing E doesn't... What the heck? Why did it go down here? Maybe this just wasn't Oh, you know what? Maybe this wasn't completed yet. I think in the game page it says something about an area that wasn't finished or wasn't implemented or something. So maybe that's just where we reached. Very confusing though. So I'm gonna assume that's what's going on here. We just reached somewhere that was simply not implemented. Where the heck am I going? I just flipped gravity upside down. So I thought I would fall back towards the elevator, but everything is just black now. I don't know what's going on. What happens if you overheat? You just can't shoot for a while. Well, that's kind of typical. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I guess who knows where I am at this point, but I think we're about done all we can do here. I don't think load past checkpoint even works, but yeah, so I guess that's about all we're gonna get out of this. To skip. So hopefully you can kind of see some of the things I'm getting caught up on here. Obviously there's some bugs that are quite brutal in terms of kind of soft locking the game and such, but apart from that, I mean, the movement again is very floaty. I want to be able to turn around immediately by pressing the other direction. It'd help a lot with shooting action type stuff. I'd prefer less inertia. And I think just in general, there's just too many buttons for this kind of thing. I mean, so far there hasn't really been any sort of action that was challenging or anything like that. So, you know, things have been quite manageable, but I think you definitely have too many with the B and the G keys in the middle of the keyboard, and you have the E key and the Q key for some reason, and there's quite a bit. So maybe there's some way you can kind of just pare things down a bit. Would be nice. You could even do things like if you want to change the gravity, maybe just like hold like a modifier button and press one of the WASD buttons to change the gravity, something like that. There's a lot of, you know, creative ways that you can manage the controls to be more reasonable, I think. But yeah, hopefully you got some useful feedback out of this. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm going to move on to the next one.